is Chicago's very own WGN News.
More return-to-work mandates. One includes Chicago-based Cameo, the company that delivers celebrity shout-outs to folks. It's decided to use some green to lure back its employees. Tom Gimbel is here to talk about the changing workplace dynamics. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Always good to be with you, Micah.
Same here. So Cameo said they're going to give their folks a $10,000 raise to come back to work only Monday through Thursday. Plus, they're giving them catered lunches, free gym memberships, and some other things. Isn't this almost like, paying your kids to do their homework?
It's 100% like that. Listen, every CEO has the right to do what they believe is best. And I believe that, whether it's work remote, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, or be in the office, which I am an advocate for, you have the right to do what you want to do. However, I think that this sends the wrong message to the employees and it screws things up moving forward. Is my total comp what I'm supposed to be paid? Or what if I get to work remotely if I move out of state due to a ill family member or older family member I need to take care of? Do I have to give the $10,000 back?
Right.
Is it for commuting? So if I live an hour away, I get the same money as somebody who lives a mile away? It just creates a lot of dialogue that I don't think needs to be. And most importantly, if a leader thinks it's right, then do it because it's right. Don't bribe people to do their job.
But can't companies just say either come back to work or you don't have a job?
Absolutely. It's now the right thing to do is to give notice. And the best companies, the biggest companies in the world, they gave months and months and months of notice. And I think to do it over a period of time, when I was CEO of LaSalle Network and we had people, we did it over a year's basis of adding a day every 2 or 3 months. So people would be able to accommodate their schedule, whether it be babysitters or dog care, daycare for their pets or what have you, but even the psychological aspect. And I think now when we see companies saying, well, money solves every problem, I just don't believe that to be true, because people might come back, but they also may start looking for a job. And it just gets to be the situation of, if you'll bribe me for this, what will you bribe me for next time?
Yeah, Cameo was a big proponent of folks staying home, weren't they?
Well, I think so many companies wanted to be out and ahead from a marketing perspective of saying, this is how it's going to be for forever. And once the pandemic was eradicated, for lack of a better word, then companies realized they wanted their people in. And how do you backtrack that? And that's why I think the companies that didn't commit one way or another and said, this is what we're doing now, during extreme situations we've never seen before as a society, and we'll see where it goes. Those companies did it right. And now the ones that are holding on too long, that's a problem. Yeah. Don't be afraid to lead. I think that's my message with every CEO that I've ever coached or talked to, is do what you believe is right and mitigate your risk, have a plan. Some people will leave, but the majority of people, if they like their job and they like their company, they'll come to work.
It's almost like Cameo has backed itself into a corner, but your whole thing is, at least in the past, you've always said you want people to be in office. I mean, it helps with productivity, it helps with morale, and, it's socially positive, right?
It's a great thing on a multitude of levels, Micah. The biggest thing is the thought of it. That's what is getting everybody in an uproar. Once you get people back in the office, it might be 30 days, it might be 3 months, but eventually that becomes the new norm. What I've told so many people over the past few years is, when we went fully remote in March of 2020, that was a shock to the system. People were like, wait a second, I don't go to work anymore?
Yeah, and can this be done? Can we actually do this? Yeah.
Exactly. It's anything that's different it takes an emotional amount of strength to get through. And coming back into the office, for some people, it's fine. For others, it might be a little bit harder. And a lot of times people will just complain, because that's what we do as human beings. We complain. But leaders who lead and set pace. Listen, most people on sports teams, whether you were a little kid or a professional, don't want to practice at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning or twice a day. We do it. and we feel better, and we know the end result is a better, more cohesive team. And it's the same way with work. Be a leader, tell your people to come in, but I don't think bribing them is the answer.
All right, Tom Gimbel, thank you. Always sage advice. Take care.
Let's stay warm.
Yes, for sure.